Let's go.
You're about to experience the uncensored conversations, stimulating wit, and the thought-provoking wisdom. Bold, raw, and uncut. Right now, on the Lancescurv Show.
Lance, by you being an artist, you're able to paint a picture through the radio with your voice.
Wow.
Your word description. So where people can now, and your mind's image, that image is stronger than what your eye can see.
Yes.
Because your mind's image goes past the carnal physical details. It goes into the resonating energy that's with it, and you speak, and there's so many people that can see what you're saying.
Wow. You know I hit that button. You said do it, I did it. Even if it's 5 minutes or whatever. We just but it's the truth, brother. It's the truth. It's the absolute truth. And like I said, and I'll say it again for the sake of capturing this, every time a fighter gets into the ring, he's not, if he's called the champion, he's not the defending champion. He's in essence, and I got this fan on. Hold on, let me just cut this off. Okay, we're good. Yeah, in essence, he's not the champion. He has to win the belt all over again because the next guy has an even shot at winning it also. So when we think we're the champion, that's when we get complacent, and that's not a good place to be. You see what I mean? So we need to stay hungry. And this is what I do because I'm in a position after accumulating a lot of momentum and a lot of content online, even though there are many other people doing it and doing it well, the competition is not anybody else. I see people that get online and they're like, he did 5 videos, I got to do 8, I got to do 10. But what about the overall legacy? Because you see, the thing is, for me, is balance. And just like I said, to get it on the recording again, every time I see a blank piece of paper, I have to prove to myself that I'm an artist all over again. I can't take it for granted and say, oh, I'm an artist, I'm going to do this. No. There's a certain amount of butterflies that come with that. That even though Mike Tyson knows that he has been lauded as a great fighter, this might be the time that he looks very foolish in the ring. And so there's a certain amount, and I can't say fear, but it's a certain amount of preparedness and adrenaline that goes because you don't want that to happen. You're not focusing on the negative, but I have to prove myself to myself every time. So any recording, any graphics, anything, it must be perfected. I'm a perfectionist, knowing that I'm not ever going to be perfect, but you can reach for perfection. You can reach to be incrementally better than you were the time before. So that's my journey, and to bring alive all of the people who invested in me, whether it was a short conversation for 2 minutes when I was 7 years old. You listen, young man, when you get older, so whatever it may be, from elders who sat down with me, all my influences. You got to remember, we don't just carry one baton. We carry many batons of all the people who, whether they're on this level or not, whether you don't know them anymore, you lost touch, they affected you. See, when you have a person or you have a piece of clay in front of you, see, you have a big piece of clay and you have to press into that clay, and you're in elementary school or something, and they say, make a figure, whatever you want to do, make a figure. And you have all these little fingerprints that you're smoothing out. To me, symbolically, we're that clay, and everybody who has invested time, even if they didn't take time on the figure that we've become, they put a fingerprint in there and left an impression on us. So whether they're alive on this level or they transitioned, you are carrying a piece of them with you. And this is what helps you to make you even more unique because of your experiences, and you therefore represent them. So now I got 50 million batons in this race that I'm carrying, but it's whittled down to one baton, but it's because it's a unique one. So you must celebrate all of those who came before you and fed into you and reflect their light. Isn't it symbolic? And I'm going to shut up after this, let you say something, but isn't it symbolic that you look up in the sky and you see stars and you see light coming off of those stars? or you see planets, right? And you look through the telescope and you see planets that are millions of light years away. And we know that light takes, what was it, 186,000 miles per second? That's how it travels.
Yes.
So if it's millions of light years away, could you imagine how far it is? But look at this. We look up at the stars and we look at the planets and say we pulled in some planets and say, wow, look at that planet. That planet may be so far that it's not there anymore, but we're looking at the reflected light. So look at you and I and all the people around us, the people who have given us their light and reflected the light on us. They may be gone, but we still got the light that others can see. That's how it works.
For years and years later, after, even though, because you're looking at, depending on the planet's distance, you're looking at it years and years from the past.
Yes.
And Lance, I don't think what you just said is so critically important. It's a part of our everyday. It shows how there is nothing that is wasted.
Exactly.
And one of the things when you said about being, every time you go and you do what you do, like a fighter, you have to become the champ again. Just because you have the belt, that belt signifies your last fight. Now you're getting in the ring again, and you're going to have to win that belt.
That's the way I see
life. And the thing is, you have that mentality because you know the importance of the essence of the moment, the essence of the task, the importance of the event, and the overall history of what it needs to be done.
Legacy.
And that causes the anxiety.
Beautiful anxiety, sweet anxiety.
What you want to do.
Yes, the sweet.
And it's necessary because it keeps you humble.
It sure does.
Because you know you are capable of losing, and that is not something that the cost of loss is too great. But you know, one of the things, man,
you're so right.
I'm gonna tell you, Lance, what has made you so great is that before you become the champion, you have to first learn how to lose.
Yes.
You have to master the art of losing because there's great learning in a loss.
Yes.
Some people say, they put you only want to be a winner. No, you can never be a winner if you've never learned how to. You can never be a champion if you've never learned how to lose.
That's right. That's right.
Even then you understand.
the
importance of the moment.
See. Yes. And then you can have an undefeated record, but understand losing, because now once you understand losing, it would drive you on to continue to win. It's only in your complacency that you feel that I got this now. I've been a champion for so long. I haven't ever lost. No, I don't. When I do what I do, I don't depend on any past accomplishments. I don't depend, even when you're gifting me with some wonderful words and helping me to reflect. And I accept that from you because I trust you, and my spirit, we've been going with each other on this journey for a long time. So I know as a cornerman of sorts what you're telling me. Exactly.
6 years.
Exactly.
6 years, Lance.
Exactly. So I can accept that. Now, if it's somebody out in the street I don't know, I'm like, they gassing me up or what? But you know my consistency. You know what it is that I do. But like for me, I don't depend on the past stuff. There have been times. Last week I did a long show, a live show, and I think Sister Mika wanted to do something, and I was dog tired. But I'm like, I gotta have this for the morning time, because I know a lot of our sisters and brothers like to hear her style of talking, right? And I had to do that because that moment in time would not be there again. And I unless I was really dog.
Yes, you know the essence of the moment. That's so true.
The essence of the moment. That's right. I'm going to throw this up, and that's what I'm going to call it. Even if it's a short one.
The essence of the moment.
The essence of the moment.
Man, Lance, that's so true. It's absolutely true.
Sense of urgency.
Let me tell you, there are certain people that have certain talents and abilities. Yours is one of the mastering talents that you have, is to be able to capture and prolong that moment. Because you always give the moment the opportunity
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Bruh.
Wow.
That's
man, you broke that down. You broke that down. I mean, the way, like, you can make a rock understand. You can make a stone understand something. Because the way that you break things down, you can be specific, you can be technical, you can be abstract. You are that fighter who has mastered every area and aspect of the game. You can knock a person out going backward. You can stand in front of them and put your hands down and not get hit while they swing away. You can come out in the 15th round and you're not even tired. You've mastered every aspect of the game. And this is a very serious thing when I say game, that's slang talk. But your experience in life and all the people who have been,
Lance.
yeah, sure. I'll just keep on talking. Yeah. But your experience in life and all that you've been through has molded you into the unique individual that you are. And that's why I can appreciate you probably more so than most people can, because I know what I have and what I possess. This is why when you have two great fighters that put on such a great performance for the ages, at the end of the day, a normal person would not understand why they embrace each other and now they're the best of friends. You see what I mean? Because they appreciate what they see in that next person. You see, that they were in the ring with, because, wow, man, you're really great. You brought the greatness out of me and you got the greatness inside of you. And these are historic moments, just like when I was a little kid. And like I said, I used to watch Tony Brown's Journal, Gil Noble, the McCreary Report, man. Black
and you
News.
were learning from them.
Man, I used to be all up in Ebony and Jet and Sepia magazine. I used to watch all of these programs in the morning time on Sundays and on Saturdays and all during the week. Black News and all that. And I used to love the fact that they reported directly. I wasn't even aware of how things worked in the media. But the bottom line is, it's like I knew. And I've always been that media guy from a kid. I never went to school for it. That was just something that I loved. I'd sit up at night and listen to all the different radio stations at night. You know what I mean? I'd read the magazines and look at the ads and try to figure out why that ad was made that way and who they're trying to reach in that ad. I learned backwards from it. What's the audience they're trying to reach? Just like I told somebody the other day, when you see Jerry Springer on back in the day, you know that they're aiming toward those who are home at that time of the day by the commercials that they had on. What are you doing home? Get up, get a certificate, learn this trade, because they know that those who are watching those shows were sitting at home pretty much and not doing much. Bring your gold and we'll give you money for gold. People were strapped for cash, and they know what was going to happen eventually with this society. So folks are bringing their gold in. Man, I got $50 going to that place, man. It helped me out for the next week. You see what I mean? So they know. When I look at a program and they have the new 2021 Lincoln Town car, they're aiming at middle-aged white men. And I mean, it doesn't mean you can't buy one. I'm just saying, who are they focusing on? So when I see this on TV all these years, and I know, it's like I already know who they're supposed to be talking to. So I've incorporated all it, and then now I end up working on the People's Court TV show, doing security, watching Harvey Levin, watching them talk, watching the staff move around, watching producers on those shows, crossing over with John Edwards was another show. I was like a receptionist, but I was security, and nobody knew it except the detective that worked there. And his name was Lance also. So I heard the producers haggling about the biggest details, the smallest details of what he would wear before he came out on the stage. You see what I mean? So I'm learning, but I didn't know what I was learning. I mean, I was like, so now that I'm doing this stuff, those technicalities in the way of, and they pushed. You want to do something like this? Sure. You can do it once a week. You can do it once a day. I'm not saying I have to do it 3 and 4 times a day, but right now it's like the internet is so hectic. You got to be out there if you're going to do this and carve your niche out. There's some people who see a headline and they copy the headline and say something about it. They read something about it, didn't know nothing about it, but they're going to echo what somebody else said just to seem knowledgeable and get a whole bunch of hits, but they don't know what they said. No, you can talk to me directly. What I know, and what I don't know, I'm not going to lie about it. But I will always give you a perspective from what I see, what I feel and what I experienced. And there's a sincerity there. That's why I can go on and do a 6 or 7, 8 hour show. You know what I mean?
Yes, Lance, it's amazing. But hey, check this out. Let me. I'm here. I got to meet some clients.
Yes, we'll talk, brother.
But we got to get back up. We got to talk. I love you so much, Lance.
Love you too, brother. Okay, we'll talk, brother.
We need to pick this up. We need to have just a conversation.
Oh, yeah,
we got to have your brother-in-law.
Yes.
On this. You know,
Oh, that.
Much love. I'll call you soon.
Okay, cool, brother.
I'll call you soon. Then we'll do the other part of it. Okay,
yes.
bye.
Okay, cool. Bye-bye. Peace.